My name is Patricia Hengen. I'm playing the Prince Charment in Cendrillon.
So when does the show go up?
It goes up on Friday, the 25th of April.
How long have you guys been rehearsal?
We've been doing music rehearsal since, I want to say, December? I think December, and we started staging after spring break. So we've had music rehearsal since 2013. So it's been a long time. Yeah.
Why do you think Shenandoah chose to perform Cinderella?
This opera particularly has a lot of women in it, and we have a lot of women in the program, so it gives women the chance to be on stage and be in the show.
What was your experience like playing a pants role?
It's not my first time, because I do play a man in the opera. It hasn't been my first time, but it is my first time as a romantic lead, so that was a little different for me. Hold yourself a little differently, carry yourself differently.
Why the prince is a woman? I know there's a little bit of a history to it.
Yeah. At that time in opera history, it was really not done for a woman to be on stage with a real man if she doesn't either marry him or die. So to go around the loophole, Massenet chose to use a woman as the prince, so therefore in the story Cinderella couldn't die.
You've been in the theater for about 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
so now things are starting to all come together. Like, this is a big week for you guys, so could you just talk a little bit about the excitement, what it's like this week?
Well, tonight's actually our first dress rehearsal in costume, so everyone's got the jitters, everyone doesn't know what they're gonna look like. I haven't even seen my wig yet, so I'm like, okay. So everyone's really excited about it. You know, we're just getting like bits and pieces when we go in for fittings, and the look of the show is pretty much like the Disney version. Everyone will pretty much recognize each person based upon how they look. I know her dress is blue, like Cinderella's dress is blue, and it has all the glitter on it, so everyone's like, oh, okay, quintessential Cinderella. So everyone will pretty much recognize everything.
So can you tell us a little bit about the difference between the Disney story that everyone knows and this Cinderella?
Well, Cinderella's father's alive. Cinderella's mother is not. Yeah, her father's alive, and he plays a role in the way that the family interacts with each other. He's kind of like the what do they call it? The mat of the relationship. Like she walks all over him. So they're basically using him, and he retaliates back in the third act and kind of gains control again. So it's really cool to see that. Oh, there are little fairies. The fairy godmother has her little fairy minions. There's 6 of them, and they look different. They're all a different kind of fairy. Like one's, you know, the rainbow fairy, and one's, you know, like they all look different, and they all represent something, like a different element. There's a scene in the woods, which isn't in the show, isn't in the original that we all know. And basically, Cinderella goes to talk to her mother, who, when her mother died, they planted a tree, and she feels connected to the tree because that's something they did together. And so she goes to talk to the tree, and by magic, the fairy godmother lets the prince come, and and Cinderella and the prince don't know that they're there together until she finally lets them see each other. So that's another element of the story that isn't known, but it's in our version. It's pretty much the same story, but there's little things, and there's a scene in the